pockets if it's a Stop Black Lives Matter by white, quote-unquote, allies. What we care about is policy solutions. We know the policy solutions. I'm not a policy expert. I'm not new. I'm citing what has been already said by people who have been killed by the United States government. I'm not saying anything new. Mitch McConnell, you were on TV today saying, "I wish I knew the answers." You were on TV today saying, this is vexing. He used the word vexing. This is vexing. You're not vexed, Mitch McConnell. You are not vexed.
Sunday?
You are in Congress, and you have the power to put a stop to this. You have the power to put a stop to this through policy solutions. Every American who made, what was it, under $75,000 got 1.2K, right? You guys got the money. You guys got the money to pay Black Americans reparations, and it's not just monetary. We need a lot more than that. We need a lot more than monetary, okay? There's Confederate statues littered across the country. Why? Why? They were traitors. They were traitors. Why are there Confederate statues littered across the country when they were traitors, when they were the ones that tried to secede from our country? Yet there's one statue of MLK in DC. There's no statue of Malcolm X as far as I'm concerned. We need reparations. We need white people to go around in these public spaces, right, and see Black power and see Black knowledge, right? Because I had to, even though I went to American University, Washington D.C. First, I started in St. John's University. Then I went to American University, and then I started at and then I ended at NYU, master's degree. I'm gonna get my PhD. Don't worry about that. We need white people, white kids to be educated.
This nigga does not sound like he has a master's degree.
Didn't educate me adequately. I had to go out of my way to learn about this, okay? So white America is not teaching white kids what they need to know. Because you grow up and you think that Black people should be less than you. You grow up thinking that, okay? So I'm putting it on the elders for not teaching you that, but it's our time now. Millennials, we're rising up, and we have to make sure there's no change that's gonna happen. There's no change that's gonna happen without white people. There is no change that is going to happen without white people.
So is that who you're trying to basically reach with all this? Is that it basically the message has to go to white people?
The message has, and I'm actually surprised. This protest has been a lot more multicultural than what I've seen before. You know, protests happen throughout the year. You know, it's not just when national uprisings happen. Protests happen throughout the year. People go to their local city halls. People go to their capitals throughout the year. Black people mostly. People of color mostly. Right now, what I'm seeing is white people waking up. And what I said before, they weren't awake before because they weren't taught. They weren't taught to look out for these things. They weren't taught to look out for the systemic injustices. And I don't know what it is about right now, but people are waking up, and I am happy to see that, but it has to go further. You can't just go out here in the streets and chant NYPD, suck my D. You can't just go out here and chant Black Lives Matter. That is great. I love this. This momentum is great, something I've never seen before. But we need more than this. We need policy solutions, and I'm not the first person saying this. We need reparations for Black Americans. I am not the first person saying this. I get this from my ancestors.
Are you encouraged by the makeup of this crowd? There are a lot of, you said it's a multicultural crowd here today.
I am encouraged. I'm encouraged at the fact that New York
Hit the like button.
Put a curfew at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. People were out here protesting the First Amendment rights. No mention of a curfew. People are out here protesting something that's 400, 500 years old, curfew at 8 o'clock.
Because they weren't looting, you fucktard. These motherfuckers just pick and choose. They didn't do that. Motherfucker, those people with the guns, they didn't even shoot one bullet. Not one bullet got shot in all those Second Amendment protests. Not one bullet got fired. You got a fucking million white people with automatic guns and not one bullet got fired.
But human beings, Eric Garner died right here on these New York City streets, never saw a day. His killer never saw we never saw any kind of justice. Things can be replaced, people cannot, okay? I'm out here marching for George Floyd, but the things that touched me to my core were Eric Garner and Trayvon Martin. I was a freshman in college when Trayvon Martin happened. My name is Trevor Smith. Trayvon Martin happened 2 weeks later, Queens, Jamaica, Queens, New York. I'm walking home, and a white man in his car says, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going home."
Never in a billion years would this happen in Jamaica, Queens.
Same situation as Trayvon Martin. 2 weeks after Trayvon.
Jamaica, Queens, a white person wouldn't be caught dead in Jamaica, Queens at night. I'm glad they cut him off. A white person wouldn't be caught.
Every single injustice that has happened to us throughout our lives. I can cite you things that happened from 2nd grade till now. I'm a 26-year-old man. That happened to me. I can name the racist things that happened to me, and I couldn't fit them on my okay? I'm only 26, okay? We need policy solutions, and we don't need what Joe Biden says, a chokehold on a ban on chokeholds.
He definitely gonna start clapping.
A ban on chokeholds. That's a band-aid.
I give him a minute before he starts clapping.
Okay? We need to go back. You know what was promised to us? 40 acres and a mule, and then it was taken away. We need economic justice. Okay? In addition to criminal justice reform, criminal legal reform, because the criminal justice system is not just, we need reform to our criminal legal system, but more importantly, we need economic justice, because if you abolish the police, black people are still poor, black people still live in inadequate housing all throughout New York City. Okay, so we need policy solutions, and so I love what we're seeing throughout the city.
This guy ain't gay. He just a fucking soy boy. This guy probably ain't even gay, man. This guy ain't gay. I don't think he's gay. I think this just a soy boy.
And I love to see, and it's on the media. It's on the media to ask the right questions. Okay, you cannot let Donald Trump get away with quoting a racist from the 60s without saying, "Hey, you just quoted a racist from the 60s." Okay? I was a journalism major, American University journalism major. I didn't go into journalism because there's no money in it. Sorry to say it, that's why I didn't go into it. But journalists, you guys need to be out here asking the right questions.
He got a major in something that he didn't go into because there was no money in it. Again, he just said he got a major in journalism, but he didn't go into it because there's no money in it, and now he's asking white people for reparations.
Right. I mean, honestly, I would love to see this. I would love to see the protest happen for at least another 2 weeks. As long as I have been alive, I don't even know what the longest.
Another 2 weeks. He wants another 2 weeks of this.
Remember, I was young. I don't really even remember protests about that. So I hope that it lasts another 2 weeks. But again, white people, it's not about just showing up on these streets. It's about using your voice to call for policy solutions that will take some of that power away from you. That's the thing. The policy solutions that are needed will take power from white people. That is what is needed.
So he needs white people to get out here and fight for policy solutions that will take power away from them. These niggas know nothing about power. People with power never just give it up. These people are so backward that they're hopeless.
Ask for the right policy solutions. We need policy solutions. Federal policy solutions. Thank you, guys.
By the way, you're right about turtle.
He thinks he was so impressive. He's walking away thinking he just wowed these people. I'm so impressive. Nigga, you sound like a fucking idiot. You were so unimpressive. I'm gonna make a video about you and put it up and show everybody how much of an asshole you are.
No, appreciate it. Is it gonna run? When is it gonna run?
Out live.
Yeah.
And we'll take some of that your sound and put it into an edit for later today.
Yeah. Can I get a card or something? I want to be able to share it on my.
He wants to be able to share this. He's asking them when they gonna put this up. They ain't putting this bullshit up. You fucking totally embarrassed yourself. They ain't putting this shit up. I will though.
There were some good sound bites that I heard. They're watching it back at the office.
Oh, so they're seeing that live?
Yeah, that went out live.